Hey, what's up, folks? Danny here. I'm in Orlando, Florida, the most humid place in the goddamn world. It's like the sauna broke. But why am I in Orlando, Florida? What possible reason would I have to come all the way to Orlando, Florida for one day? Well, you might remember a couple of months ago I had to go all the way to Cologne in Germany at Gamescom to get my hands on WWE 2K15. That's where I talked to the Big Show and asked him a load of stupid questions. We got a little bit of time with the game there, but they're being sort of crazily tight with this game. Like, it wasn't until last week when that trailer came out that we actually saw gameplay, although I feel like calling that gameplay might be a little bit untrue, because all we saw was sort of the cutscenes they show. But we're starting to get a look at the sort of next-gen wrestling game. A lot of people are wondering what the game is like, so we've come all the way out here to Orlando, the sweat pit. I wish I wore shorts. It's real sticky down there. Yeah, back up. But yeah, I'm here in the WWE Performance Center. There's a bunch of superstars here, a bunch of NXT superstars in the making here as well. Bill DeMott's here. So we're going to talk to those folks a little bit about their careers, about the game, and finally I'll get to have a go at the new career mode that's in WWE 2K15. So come join us. Sweaty. In the interest of transparency, it should be noted that this whole thing was organized and funded by 2K. They flew us out to Orlando, they brought us to the WWE Performance Center, which is where the whole demo took place, and they also gave us this entertaining, if totally redundant, tour of a university that helps them broadcast NXT. None of that was filmed. We didn't film almost missing our connecting flight in Dallas. We didn't film poor Andy's steady cam rig never actually making it to Orlando. And we didn't film the 2 hours sleep we got before having another 6 hours of flights and airports on the way back on Friday. What we did film was a bunch of interviews with superstars about how the WWE Performance Center and NXT is in the new WWE 2K15's career mode. And I actually got to play this elusive game for more than 5 minutes. Bill DeMott, pleasure to meet you, sir. Hugh Morris himself.
Oh my gosh, it is me.
It is. It's you. How are you doing? This is Performance Center's your baby. What's it like having it actually in the video game?
It's unbelievable. It's fascinating to think what the gaming system has come to, and then to see the Performance Center a part of it. And I always go by. I saw the red wall in the game. And everybody goes, yeah, but you're in it. And I go, yeah, that's cool, but did you see the 7 rings? And they go, yeah, but Bill, you're in the game. Yeah, that's great, but you see what we get to do in the game?
I saw like the air conditioning system was the same.
The banners are up there, word for word. It's my nose, though.
You don't like your nose?
There's something about the nose.
It replicates a simulation of exactly what the path and the process that we go through here in NXT, from, like the Performance Center on towards NXT television and eventually to Raw and SmackDown. So I guess it's kind of the most real experience you can get without actually doing it and becoming a WWE superstar yourself.
Cesaro, pleasure to meet you, sir.
Nice meeting you.
I hope you don't mind talking to another Irish person after what happened on Sunday. You put on a good fight, but looks like Sheamus took the belt home again.
Well, he did, but if you're as good as I am, every time somebody steps in the ring with you, you just bring out the best in them, and they kind of grow over themselves. And, that can be detrimental to you, or to me in this case, because, I don't just fight the guys that everybody else does. I fight them on their highest level. So sometimes it just happens that, they grow over themselves so much that,
Did you ever play video games growing up yourself at all?
I was never a huge video game guy, but I definitely had my fair share of video games.
What's it like seeing yourself in the game then? Especially considering, like, if you'd seen it like 10 years ago, you would have been this blocky ass version, whereas now it's like.
And that's easy to say because, anybody who's anybody remembers the first creator wrestler, and you're creating yourself and giving yourself cool names, and face paints and tattoos and blah blah blah, and to see yourself actually on there and you look like the freak you created when you were a child, it's something else, man. And it's amazing like how spot on that these graphics are. It looks to the naked eye, if you just glance at it, you look like you're watching the actual show, and that is just amazing to me how far technology has come.
Did they make you do like a full body scan as well?
I don't remember doing it, but it's kind of it's kind of accurate. You know, you go in the airport and they said, just step in here. And maybe I thought I was going somewhere, and they went, we got him. And they said, oh, you're in the game. I said, how'd that happen?
We were talking to your brother earlier, and he said he didn't play many video games growing up. Did you play much stuff at all?
I played every WWE video game growing up that I could, and I wish that I had more time to play video games now.
Yeah. I guess you guys are on the road quite a lot now, right?
Yeah, unfortunately. Oh, we're not unfortunately, but like I don't get as much video game time as I want.
Did you ever do like create a character stuff, make yourself?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a little bit weird seeing yourself now in video games at all.
Yeah.
Especially because now it would have been quite blocky back then, whereas now you're it's kind of like a decent approximation.
Yeah, they did a really good job. I mean, I've said in another interview, like, there's a small birthmark on the back of my calf that is almost unrecognizable. It's in the game. That's how detailed this game is. It's unreal.
In the video game world, they often say that Triple H's hair was the sort of the HD experience. Now they're saying upside down Bray Wyatt hair is the new one.
Oh, yeah, I haven't actually. I saw a clip of it in the trailer of the Spider Walk. I haven't got the honor of seeing it in its full entirety, but I think I need to go upstairs and check that out in a few minutes.
Am I darker than Sheamus?
I think they have like a farmer's tan, so this is actually more tan than Sheamus.
Great. Sorry, Sheamus. Poor guy.
They also have bigger muscles than Sheamus. Not really.
Okay. Thanks very much.
I have to give credit where credit is due, you know.
Speaking of muscles, you've got quite a lot of them. What's it like seeing yourself in the video game? How does Cesaro in digital world compare for the real life thing?
You know, it looks incredible. The video game just looks incredible, and my character in the game moves incredible because I did the motion capture for it. I think the stats could be a little bit higher, but you know.
How much work does a WWE superstar have to do, like on a personal level, for every one of these video games? Like, what did you actually contribute yourself?
Oh, well, I did a lot more than everybody else because, you know, I'm better than everybody else. But everybody did like the facial scans and then the voiceovers, you know, for catchphrases and stuff like that. The whole body scans, the gear got scanned, all that stuff. And then I went the extra mile and did some motion capture for, you know, the Cesaro swings, Cesaro suplex, the European uppercuts and everything. So everything's very authentic when it comes to Cesaro because, you know, nobody else can do what I can, so they had to bring in the specialists, you know?
It's fair enough. Did you have to do extra work on your trim that day when they were scanning your face?
Oh, no. This is all natural, you know? I'm not like Sheamus has to spike his hair like a Guido or something, you know what I mean? So, I'm, you know, comes after Irish Warrior and has gel in his hair, so I don't really get that, you know, this is all...
It's all you.
It's all me.
You don't have much hair to gel.
Exactly, and I'm proud of it, you know?
I was real worried saying that question because
no. You know, my hair just went into retirement earlier than I did.
So this is the bit where I actually talk about the game, but sadly they didn't allow us to capture any gameplay or allow Andy to record when I was playing off screen, so we don't have any, which is an absolute bummer. So I'm going to try my best to explain what it was like playing this game, and Andy's going to have to do some really clever editing.
First things first, yes, you can make weird, freaky people in the MyCareer Mode. My dude was tall and pale, kind of like those dudes from Prometheus, but with red lipstick and a massive Irish flag tattooed across his entire body. There's loads of itty-bitty customization, and considering you can have your superstar invade your friend's career mode, there's a lot to be said for making a real freaky dude or diva. The game opens in a pretty solid recreation of the WWE Performance Center. Your aim is to climb from there into the NXT ranks and then eventually make your way onto SmackDown or Raw, guided by the omnipresent, if badly lip-synced, Bill DeMott.
I was actually losing my first introductory fight when it kicked into a cutscene of my opponent real life beating the crap out of me for some reason. He was fired and I got a contract. Wrestling.
First thing you'll notice, the game looks pretty great. The superstars look far more realistic than ever before, the crowds are denser, and animations across the board have been improved. Unlike 2K14, superstars interact with the ring a lot more realistically, using the ropes to pull themselves up when they're tired, and falling realistically against turnbuckles. The fights themselves are incredibly technical though. At least for me, they felt kind of soulless. Timed reversing is as prominent as ever, and the overall pace is slower than what you're used to on TV. Lots of grappling, lots of ring control, and building your meter to get to a finishing move. It still feels more like a modern UFC game than the crazy balls-to-the-wall action of classic WWF games.
The nasty TV camera angles from last year's game are gone, and it's definitely had a lot more presentation work done to it, but it remains to be seen whether the actual fighting itself is compelling after a couple of hours. I certainly had some reservations after my short time with it.
Career Mode's progression is pretty interesting though. You don't gain notoriety from winning fights necessarily. Your progression is dictated by social media buzz, and the better you are putting on a show, the more followers you get. This means ensuring matches have good back and forth, interesting moments, and using fan favourite moves. How you become a good or a bad guy could be pretty neat too. Your journey to becoming heel or a face is dictated by your in-ring actions. Be it telling Daniel Bryan he's a jerk in a queued up cutscene, or something more dynamic like pulling the pads off a turnbuckle during a match and ramming a face's face in it. So it looks next gen, it's got a bunch of modes in it, most of them I'm not allowed to talk about. It plays a lot like last year, and though 2K and WWE are waxing lyrical about how dynamic career mode is, nobody's really had enough sit down time to make a proper call on that. Hopefully we'll get more access to it soon, but for the moment WWE 2K15 looks like a game that's trying to juggle quite a lot. And it just might drop some of those balls. I guess we'll find out soon enough. Comes out on October 28th for previous gen consoles and November 18th on all your fancy new ones.